Hey guys, it's Carlos from Spark. So another injury that we hear about commonly are injuries to the digits on the foot and the ankle. And so what I wanted to show you is a couple of techniques that we use to get people on the mat and keep them there, healing and progressing their game, but maintaining healthy healing through a toe or foot injury. All right, guys, so right now we're going to talk about two different taping techniques for two different injuries or two different setups that occur when we're training. And so what's really cool is that the first bit, you're going to see that I actually have recently injured this toe and this nail bed via the dreaded mat tape. It doesn't have to be a mat tape injury, but a lot of times you're rolling around, you catch a mat tape and it wants to pull that nail right up, separating the nail from the actual toe. And so what you need to do, unless it's completely ripped off, is support that by taping that down for a couple of days. So what we're going to do super simply, I'm going to take this guy, I'm going to go on the outside off of the nail itself. I'm not going to apply a ton of tension, but I do want to push down, and then I'm going to come easily, this is sort of basic, right around and support that. So if I were to hit that mat tape again, this tape is going to support by pushing down, constantly allowing blood to flow and healing to occur. And so I can continue training with this without too much of a problem. I'm not cutting up circulation, okay? But again, I want to make sure that's nice and firm. It goes over top of that nail. And so if I were to catch a mat tape or a funny part of somebody's gi, I won't get that nail to separate away again. It's super painful, can bruise, the nail can die and kind of fall off, and really limits your ability to plant on that foot. So that's how to fight off the dreaded mat tape injury. Second is if you just sprain any one of these digits. So the joints of the foot are very similar to the joints of the finger in that you have a joint here and a joint here and muscles that pass underneath and alongside. And so if you injure these, the best way to train with this is actually to buddy tape them up. So very simply, again, I'm going to take my third width length tape, and I'm going to find that joint, and I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to come around. Real easy. I'm not adding a ton of tension here. I don't want to press them together because I do want them to sort of move independently, but just be supported by one another. You can get fancy and actually put something between the toes that's a little tougher, like maybe a cotton ball or a bit of gauze. But from here, I'll add a second one, really easy. And these don't have to be very long because usually your toes aren't that far apart. And we're going here. Realizing that here's an interesting one, if you injure this toe, you'll want to tape it to the middle toe because it is real hard to wear sandals in the bathroom before you get to the mat if you tape these two toes together. So if you injure this one, you're taping it to here, and if you're injuring this one, you can kind of pick. Okay? If you injure your big toe, we have another technique for that, where we're just going to go ahead below the joint and support the ligaments here because you only have one of those joints, which is different from these guys that have two. All right, so that's how you address ligament injuries on the toes from overextending or having that toe pulled or getting it caught in someone's gi material, and it's going to keep you training and healing real well. All right, go train.